So the Houston Rockets lost against the Los Angeles Clippers, and for the most part, it was pretty much a finished game. Around the end, I want to say it was pretty much tense for each team, but overall, from start to finish, the Rockets weren't looking like the Rockets. And really, this video overall is going to be talking about Jalen Green, because although he had a bad game last night, he has been absolutely balling for the month of February, and I think he really just deserves that Rookie of the Month. So what's up, I'm JDC. Today we're talking about Jalen Green and why he's going to be a huge factor in this Houston Rockets future moving forward, and overall his game, and evaluating his game so far. So if you like the video, drop a like down below and press the sub button. I'd appreciate it. We got a Rockets video. The Rockets have been pretty bad this season, and especially as of late, they've been even horrible. But, we got another Rockets video. Jalen Green has finally come into his own, and it looks like he's just going to keep up this high level of play. And, although he had a pretty horrible game last night, overall, in the month of February, he's been absolutely amazing. So, if you look at his regular season stats, I'll put it up right now. He's averaging around 15 points per game, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, on around 39% from the field and 31% from 3, so pretty horrible efficiency, and 81% from the free throw line. So, Jalen Green, he really just started out the year really slow. I mean, he was looking like an inefficient machine, shooting like 4-12 some games, it was absolutely horrible. And looking at the past few games, he's been putting up some pretty impressive numbers. And last game against the Clippers, he did shoot 22% from the field, but he did score 10 points, so at least he is scoring in double figures. Last game against the Orlando Magic, he scored 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. The game before that, against the Clippers, 21 points, 2 assists. He's been pretty much efficient, except the Clippers game last night. But overall, I mean, Jalen Green, he's finally getting into his own. His offense is looking so much more smoother compared to the first half of the season. It looks like he's finally finding his rhythm, and his shot looks so much more better, taking it with more confidence. And really just his mindset after the All-Star break is just helping his offensive game. And defensively, he's making some strides. I mean, on ball, he isn't a bad on-ball defender, not the greatest. Same thing with help defending, and overall just playing defense overall isn't really his strongest suit. But overall, I mean, he's been making some great strides for on-ball defense, and overall, I mean, he's making some good progress. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to be a great defender overall. He's quite literally far from it, but if he's going to keep making these types of adjustments to his defense and overall maybe even offense, I think he's going to get there one day to be a respectable defender. So Jalen Green, I mean, his bag is just absolutely deep. I think there was one play last night where he was saucing up Reggie Jackson on the right wing, and he pulled up a step back 3, James Harden, and then just drained it. So I don't know, Jalen Green, I mean, he's really just finding the rhythm out there, like I said. And if we're looking at the last 10 games, he's been averaging around 17 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists on 44% from the field and 39% from 3. If I can find his stats for the month of February, I'll put it up right now. So in the month of February, Jalen Green is averaging around 17 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds on 42% from the 3 and 48% from the field. So he's been electrifying for this Houston Rockets team, and without KPJ last game, it was pretty much his game overall. And, KPJ has been out in the last few games, so Green has definitely been able to get a lot more run and a lot more looks at the ball. And Jalen Green, he's benefiting from it, because looking at his shooting splits and overall points in the last few games, he's been putting up a lot of points. So I mean, KPJ makes it easier for him to get open looks because, he's our primary point guard. But if Jalen Green is able to get on ball more and get some more, touches, get some more shots, then I'm all for it. So in the month of February, I mean, 17 points per game as a rookie, he definitely deserves it. If I look at the other rookies this month, I mean, Cade Cunningham has been on and off. Evan Mobley, I mean, I guess, but Evan Mobley's in the East, but I don't think Cade Cunningham deserves Rookie of the Month for the West over Jalen Green. I mean, Green's been averaging 17 points on pretty efficiency. And, if we're looking at other guys, I mean, I can't really think on the top of my head. I mean, Jalen Suggs has been pretty much horrible in the last few games too. I don't know, Green, he's been finding strides on offense, and if we can keep this up, next game, I think we do verse the Clippers again for the third time this month on March 1st. So that's basically tomorrow when I'm recording this. Yeah, Monday, February 28th. So we do verse them tomorrow. The Clippers, I don't know how they just find ways to cook us. There's just no way. I mean, we're missing KPJ, but it's just really just a Christian Wood problem right there. But that's a whole other video I'm going to talk about for Christian Wood, because there's a lot of issues with Christian Wood, and not only him, but overall, I mean, there's a lot of issues, a lot of underlying issues at that. Just really, we need to talk about that more in depth in another video. But yeah, I mean, Jalen Green was really the centerpiece of this video. I think in the next few games, if he's able to keep up this high level of scoring output, then he's going to be fine. I mean, he's already finding out ways to score other than shooting. And, you know, in transition, he's one of the fastest players. You know, the Rockets, I think they're number one. If they're not number one, they're one of the highest fast-paced teams in the league. And in transition, it's just Jalen Green. He's really just fast, and he can get the ball in the bucket pretty quickly. So yeah, I mean, if we're looking at his downsides to his game, obviously consistency is really just a huge issue for him. If he can keep up consistency, then he's going to be a pretty complete player. Obviously defense isn't all that yet, but he is making strides, like I said before. And overall, I mean, playmaking and rebounding is really just going to be a thing where it's going to be either on or off. You know, last game against the Clippers, 3 assists and 3 rebounds, pretty okay, but some nights can have like 0 rebounds or 2 assists, or 0 assists and 2 rebounds. So if he's not affecting the game rebounding wise or assist wise, then he's probably going to be affecting the game, in other ways, like blocking, steals, which he did have 2 steals against the Clippers last night. So yeah, I mean, Green, he's going to affect the game other ways, that's not offense or defense. So, running off ball, running some off ball screens, but overall, I mean, Jalen Green, he's making some good strides. The Houston Rockets staff, the coaching staff, are doing a pretty great job overall. Not saying that's the best job, because Steven Silas could use Jalen Green a little bit better, because, he's been mostly used off ball compared to him being on ball. But, it's Silas. It's a young team. I think Silas really would just thrive on a contender like the Lakers. Not saying that the Lakers are going to try to get Steven Silas, but honestly, if the players like Steven Silas, if the whole organization likes Silas, then, he's probably going to stay. But yeah, I mean, that's my take on Jalen Green. He's been absolutely amazing. He's my pick for the Western Rookie of the Month. And overall, I mean, he's going to be a pretty great player in the future. So we do verse the Clippers again tomorrow. I'll probably make a recap video after the game, but if it's not, then you know what happens. But I mean, either way, I'll probably make a recap video, but be on the lookout for that. So that's the video. I'm JDC, and I'm out. Peace.